Well, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, the 12th of April. I'm here at my homestead. By the way, this is Secondhand Dan coming to you from Florida, Inverness. No, Florida, home of Sassaland. Inverness, I go there a lot. But what I'm going to do is fire up the mower and do some grass cutting here. Well, when I say grass cutting, I use the term loosely. I mean, there is technically grass in the mix here, but the soil is very sandy. You can feel it almost beach-like in some places when I step. My foot will just dig in, but check this out. We have these mounds. Well, that used to be a mound. It rained. But that's where the ants, fire ants. So there's probably a couple hundred of those things around. They'll probably build it up as a mound again in the next couple of hours, but I think the rain beats them down. Certainly don't do them any harm. But like I was saying, what passes for grass here is questionable. Lots of, I guess it's crabgrass. There's some nice looking sprigs of grass too around here, but you know, it would cost a fortune to put this in a real lawn. So I have no intention on ever doing that. I would probably pay more making a real lawn on this place than I did for the place itself. This is Florida, especially this section of Florida anyway. It tends to be, I say, sandy and weedy. I'm not even sure what some of these things growing up, but we have these, look, oak trees. Those spring up everywhere. There's some over here, but you know, they get lopped off with the mower, but they always manage to come back. I believe that's a pin oak. Not sure what this one is, but it's going to get hit by the mower. Beautiful tree here. I hope it always stays up, but going right next to it, it's actually on the other side of the fence, so technically that's not my tree. I guess if it ever was necessary, but I don't ever see it being necessary. They say you're allowed to trim whatever hangs over your property, but I don't have any beef with that tree. That one's mine. It used to be when we first moved here, it was the branches were all the way down to the ground and thick. So I had a fella, paid him some couple of bucks to trim it up. Same thing with that one up there. It was down to the ground. So the thing with that one is I like it, but I think over the months, I guess it's like a pollen effect. It will, I guess, accumulate on the side of the house and start to turn green. I think this is where you get your juniper berries. So I think these are junipers right there. And they'll, after a while, end up all over the sidewalk. Anyway, gonna get on my horse back here and ride. It's a, is that a Craftsman LT 2000. I just put a new battery in it. And I like this mower because it's, for what I paid for it, it was like in very, very nice condition. You can see there's no rust in the wheels. I did replace the battery just like a week ago. The thing I don't like about it is my old motor, lawn mower, you would select what speed you wanted to run around. You know, first gear, second gear, third gear. I don't know if it was all the way up to like maybe 5. This one doesn't do that. And I didn't realize that when I first bought it. That selector is for the mower deck height. But to vary your speed, the more you push on this pedal here, the faster it goes. So that might take a little getting used to. I think right now I prefer just putting it in gear, and then, you know, you pop the clutch and you're in that gear. It's not like you have to upshift, so you can be in first gear, which is like a granny gear, and put around, or you can put it in fifth and let the clutch out. It's not like you have to work your way up through the gears to get there. But this one, the further you push the pedal, the faster it goes. So maybe I'll grow to like it. I've only driven this thing for like maybe half an hour so far. I had one just prior to it. Like I say, it had the select your speed on it, and I bought it, and when I saw this one for the same money a couple weeks after I bought the other one, I figured this is an upgrade, so I bought this and actually sold the other one for a few dollars more than what I paid for it. So now this one is a 20 horsepower. I was over at Lowe's the other day and I lifted the hood up one. I think it was like a $2,000 for it, and it looked similar to this, but it was only a 17 horsepower or something like that, maybe even less. So all right, well, let's turn on the fuel. You know, it's on when the lever lines up with the hoses. It's off when it crosses the hoses. So, and the idea is, just in case there's an issue, you don't want, it's largely a gravity feed tank. That means the gas is higher than the carburetor. So you don't want it to gravity feed into the carburetor when you're not using it. So it's best to shut it off. Although there is a float in the carburetor, it should rise and seat the needle and prevent the gas from running in, but it's just best to shut it off. So we're back on. We have this selector up here. That's a parking brake situation. And over here is the throttle. All the way to the top is going to choke it. I believe you have to push that pedal in, put it in the park position. Now that pedal stays down. Watch. I push the pedal and it releases it. So it's not going to start, I think, unless it's in park. All right, it may be a while because it's been a couple days since it ran. Let's see. Okay, nothing. Am I doing something wrong here? Oh, I think it's the fact that I have this in the on position right now. That means the blades are engaged. I should have known better. You usually want to put that in the off position when you're done, because I think it takes the tension off the belt. Let's see now. There we go. I like to give the starter a slight break after cranking for a moment and try again. I'm fairly confident it's going to start. All right, make a liar out of me. Put that one in neutral. Not that it matters because it's cranking. Ooh, come on, baby. Come on, Sally. Come on. Shake and bake. Maybe that'll help the carburetor, I don't know. There we go, there we go. Okay, let's put this thing in gear. Let's get the blades going. Okay. If I push that pedal in, we're moving. Stop that grass from growing. One thing I really got to look at it, there's a lot of stumps around here. It's hard to cut a uniform path because it's not always distinct where I've just cut, because they say it's so spotty. But watch this, we're creeping along. If I push the pedal down harder, woo, we're taking off. Back it off, slow down. For a couple of hours, so I'll be busy. So if you want to tune in, be sure to subscribe to Secondhand Dan, like, comment. All right, well, it's a bumpy ride, so talk to you guys later.